I thought it was really critical that we play well. You know, the early part of the game we missed 3 layups. They didn't score immediately. You know, it took a little time to get to 7-1 when they had the lead. But you have to finish plays, because that when you allow the other team, when you miss easy baskets, you give them hope and give them confidence. So I was proud that we responded in the way that we did. You know, they scored 7 points, and then in the rest of the half they scored 16. That's pretty. You know, we played terrific defense all night, and they have guys that have gone to good places, Nebraska, Iowa State, Minnesota, and done good things. And defensively, it was a team effort. Guys did well individually, guarding Ziegler, guarding Jackson, but our team collectively was terrific. And then the big key was keeping them off the offensive glass, which I think for the most part, I think we gave up 2 or 3 offensive rebounds the last 3 minutes of the game. So we did a pretty good job of keeping them off the offensive glass, which I thought was going to be critical in order to win. I mean, our kids needed some confidence, you know, after what took place with Cincinnati and Ohio, you know, to beat a team like Idaho and Central Michigan. You know, they've played people very well. Ernie's schedule very challenging. I think for the same reason. He's got a young backcourt. He starts a freshman and 2 sophomores, and he's trying to prepare them for the future, would be my guess. And we're trying to do the same thing. So this was an important game as well. They're a good team. And I think the way we won the game was important too, because now there were some things there the last 5 minutes of the game we can teach about how you play with a lead, shot selection with a lead, and those kinds of things that we hadn't experienced yet with this group. Your yards off the charts when you look at what he's done, how he's guarded, how he's played, his toughness. He just brings a lot to the table as a basketball player that has nothing to do with skill. Does he have skill? Yes, but he's a fearless kid. He's a fearless player. And when he doesn't like to be out-toughed, so you know when he's been out-toughed, he's always going to respond in the way you want him to respond. There's no back down with Vance Hall. Now, in order for him to be another level player, he's got to improve his athleticism, and he's got to improve his ability to make plays off the dribble. He's obviously a good 3-point shooter, and that's going to come with time. That's not an immediate thing for Vance. The other parts for him to get to another level as a player is going to take more time. But he has the intangibles that are hard to coach or hard to find. And I think the other players on our team rally around it, to be honest with you. Be that way all year. There's great resiliency in players, and the coaching in our league I think is terrific. Winning on the road is hard, but I do think the league, what you'll find out is everybody has different non-conference philosophies. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out.
How do you feel that the non-conference did it in terms of preparing you for the conference play itself?
I think it's anybody who argues with the decision to put these young guys through the tests I put them through so that the tests weren't in the league. They're going to be tested in the league, but you're not going to be any more tested than playing at Ohio State, at Florida on a neutral site, but in Florida. Cincinnati at home in a big atmosphere, going to Air Force, coming back, getting your butt beat, coming back and having to play at Miami of Ohio, winning a big game in overtime at home in Idaho, and 2 days later, just like our league, having to play a good Central Michigan team. You know, if you're trying to get your young guys better, there's no other way to do it, in my opinion. It's how it was done with me as a player by my college coach, and I thought this year you had to do it that way in order to try to win the league. My job as the coach here is to try to win the league every year, not wait a season. It's try to win the league every year, and we'll do the best we can to do that.